Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than the lone senior on the men's volleyball team as an outside hitter. It's Brad Sawin. Brad, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Let's start by getting to know you a little bit better. So you are the only senior on the inaugural men's volleyball team here at Menlo College, and it's been a little bit of time since you last played competitively. Would you say that you're learning as much as the freshmen are learning on this team?
It's actually the first time I played organized ever. So
okay, so it really has been a while.
it's been quite a while. I just played sand for fun before, but I'm learning 10 times more than the freshmen are learning, I'd say. Coach Atlee started us all at the same kind of fundamental base and helped build us up to make the team she wanted to make, but I was just soaking everything up from the very beginning. At open gyms, I would tell the freshmen I didn't know rotation, so I'd look back at Shay or Pedro and I'd be like, just tell me where to go, like next time around before I learned them. So the freshmen have definitely helped coach me up quite a bit too, so they've been a huge resource for me.
Interesting how it goes both ways, because I've heard that you've been a big resource to them, and now it's funny to hear that you are actually relying on them a lot for help.
Yeah, they're a bunch of great guys, and they know a lot about the sport, so got to soak it up.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, volleyball-wise, the coaches always say, like, I'm a freshman too. I just am old. So.
Yeah, the entire team is freshmen for the most part.
Except for Jared, lone junior.
Okay, so I guess he would be like the exception to the bunch.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah. Now, you played on the men's basketball team here at Menlo College for 3 years before, and you made the switch. But notably, you kind of started doing free throws, at least in my mind you were, because I remember seeing this at some point. You started taking them underhand. Why?
In practice, I would try a couple different tactics. I wasn't shooting free throws as well as I had before, so my dad always taught me to either like close my eyes when I shot or shoot a little granny style, get out of my own head. So, it just kind of helps reset the mind and have a little fun with it. And I don't know, sometimes I make a little bit more underhand, so.
I mean, whatever it takes to make it go in, right?
Yeah.
If you got to alley-oop it, or go behind the back.
Yeah, whatever works. So I never did it in games, so that's what, I'm confused.
And I still feel like you did. I don't know.
I was racking my brain trying to figure out a game. I watched a little bit of game film, and I was like, I don't know if this happened, but hey, maybe I did, and I just blocked it out.
Unless I've been to, and I don't go to your guys' practices because, I have other things to do. I'm a busy person, right? But I do distinctly remember seeing this. So maybe you had like one free throw in a game, literally just one, and you took it underhand. I have no idea, but I remember seeing this in gameplay, and I remember bringing it up on the air because I was on the call.
Maybe we'll have to ask Iona or JMO or something. Maybe they statted it.
Maybe.
Like one free throw underhanded.
Yeah, let's count the percentage of underhand free throws on our team. Oh, there was only one taken this entire season.
Perfect.
Wonder who that could have been. Part of your involvement here at Menlo is being a resident assistant on campus, and also you do some spotting and shot clock for us here at Menlo Athletics, so we're very appreciative of that. What are your favorite parts of being involved on campus?
My favorite parts, aside from the obvious, I get to meet great people. I think the best part's been it's opened my eyes to just all the different cogs of the machine that Menlo is. If I hadn't been an RA, I'd never know like how hard our facility staff works and our custodial staff. Like they do amazing work, and I feel like sometimes students take that for granted. So I like being able to appreciate that. And as far as game ops, I mean, I knew you guys did a lot, but then working for you guys, it's like it takes it to a whole nother level. And our athletes just have it so good here, and I think 90% of them don't even know. They just go out and they play, and it just gave me a new respect for how great our school is. Because going to other schools, they have game ops crews there, but they just don't measure up. You guys are great. So
you're so nice.
It's been fun. I liked watching the games too. I like watching them as a fan. So working them is just as fun.
Yeah.
Crew has a lot of fun too. So that's awesome.
I do like getting to see it both ways because I was in your shoes too. A student who was helping out, now being a staff member here, somebody who has literally seen both angles of it. You do get a newfound appreciation for it once you kind of make the transition into that role. Yeah. And it is definitely an eye-opening experience for sure. Let's talk a little bit about the team now. The men's volleyball team went on your first trip this past weekend. It was the Early Bird Tournament in Illinois. First of all, what was it like going long distance with the team for the first time?
It was so much fun to ride in the vans with them, and then the plane ride. We all got grouped together, which was really fun because we could mess with each other on the plane. There was a lot of pictures going around of people sleeping with their mouth open. That was a huge, one of those ones. Those were a big hobby of ours on the plane. But more than that, everyone was really locked in once we got there. I mean, we knew we were on a business trip, and it was fun. It wasn't as cold as I thought it'd be. There was snow on the ground, but I was like, I feel like Menlo's colder. I feel like it's going to snow here. But I don't know. Everyone had a great time, and we hung out in each other's rooms. But other than that, we were just there to play volleyball and have fun, and we handled business. So.
You're from Arizona. You don't know what it's like to be cold. So
yeah, you're right.
Don't get me started on that.
It's freezing here.
No, it's not. Trust me. Just because it's below 70 doesn't mean it's freezing, bro. Did you get snow in Glendale ever?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Like none. You're not high enough.
2 hours north in Flagstaff. Little snow.
Okay. I didn't know off the top of my head how close it was to Flagstaff.
Yeah.
I know Flagstaff gets snow regularly.
Yeah, lots of snow there.
Okay. Now, Menlo College picked up a pair of wins in the tournament. You guys split your 4 games, including a win against 10th-ranked Robert Morris University. How were you guys able to take down a ranked team for only your 3rd win in program history?
Most of it was just like Coach Atley just kept repeating to us, worry about our side, just worry about what's on our side. We took care of the first 2 sets, and then we dropped 2, but we just stayed locked in with each other and went out and had fun. We didn't change anything that we wanted to do and came out on top. We just competed. Everyone out on the court was meshing really well, and we don't really see the rankings. Everyone, comes out and sees that we're a new program, and they just assume about us, and we love that because they come out underestimating us, and you can be 10th ranked, 8th ranked, 1st ranked, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to compete, we're going to have fun, and that's what happened. And they caught them a little off guard, I guess.
Yeah. One of the big shuffles from this tournament too was a bit of a lineup change. You guys had some new players playing, guys like yourself. You were in the starting lineup for the entire tournament. How do you feel that helped inject some new life into the team?
Like I said, the lineup we had in there was meshing really well. Shea saw some minutes, one of our other setters, and he was doing a fantastic job spreading the ball around. Our middles were getting really involved. Our middles are really good, so when they can attack, it's all the pin blockers pinch in, and at that point it's just he makes our job so easy. He puts the ball up there, we just have to put it down. So our defense was doing amazing. Our back row is always so good at getting the ball up and putting the setter in great situations. So everything was just working well, and everyone, we brought it in the middle and huddled up after every play just to make sure we were on the same page. And it just, we just felt good out there, having fun and playing together.
I like that you say having fun. This is the loosest and most fun-loving team I have ever seen, not just at Menlo College, but I think in my entire sporting life. How have you gotten to this point where you guys you're just having a good time? It's like a party.
Yeah, it is like a party. Volleyball is so much different than basketball in that regard, where, for one, we have to stand on the bench, so you got to stay a little loose, a little loosey-goosey out there, have some fun. But sports are just you're supposed to have a great time, in my opinion. Sports are for fun. They're not supposed to be a job, and we really just take that to heart. We want to, if we're having fun, the guys on the court are going to have fun, and it's just going to translate over. We're going to be loose. If we're tight, we're just yelling at each other like, come on, like it's not going to be as fun. So if they turn around and see me doing the dying celebration where Clay's laying a towel over my face, like it just gets them pumped up, and we all love volleyball, so it's easy to have fun out there.
How do you guys come up with that?
It's spur of the moment. I don't remember how that would happen, but I was like, on the next stuff kill, I feel like I have to just pass out, and you guys have to try to revive me because some of them are just they just pump us up. It's just so cool to see a great block or a great dig or a great hit. And you got to celebrate them,
Yeah.
Gotta.
I think my favorite spur of the moment thing, and I told Atley this last week, was when you guys were singing Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. I think in between sets or during a timeout. I don't remember when it was. And then you got the crowd to kind of join in too with it. That was one of the best things I've experienced.
That's a lot of Jared, our junior. He's a pro at the air guitar. So when we were at the UC Santa Cruz tournament on the Jumbotron, every time they go to the bench, he'd just be doing the air guitar over there. And so he got everyone into it.
So he really looks like he knows what he's doing with the air
Oh,
guitar.
I'm pretty sure he plays professional air guitar.
Professional air guitar?
Yeah, I don't know if he could play real, but he goes pretty ham on the air guitar.
Well, usually if you can play air guitar, that means you can't play real guitar.
Maybe I'm gonna have to ask.
Because like I can't play air guitar, but I can actually kind of play a real guitar a little bit.
You should have brought one.
It's back home.
Huh. Well,
I wasn't prepared. I didn't know we'd get to this point, Brad.
With us, we bounce around quite a bit.
That's true. That's true. I guess I should have just prepared for any possible scenario and brought my entire house with me.
That's true.
That might have been the smart play. After a long tournament like the one you guys just had, you now have the weekend off before Menlo hosts their own tournament. How excited are you to rest, be off for a little bit, and rejuvenate before another big tournament?
Well, Brian, we have a lot of spring chickens on the team, and I'm getting pretty old. So I love the time off. It gives us time to recoup and get back in the gym and work on what we need to work on. But everyone's glad that their body gets a little rest. It's gonna be nice so we can come out hard because we have that big tournament and then we have a conference game the Sunday afterwards. So we need to be fresh, ready to go, and just kind of reset our minds. But for my own personal benefit, I like it.
You like it, everybody else might be a different answer. But yeah, 5 games in 3 days, that's definitely going to be a challenge, not just for you being the older chicken now, but for all the young pups on the team as well.
Yeah.
All right, Brad, final segment of the show, Brownie Bites.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
3 random questions, give me your best shot. Number 1, which freshman on the team gets lost around the Bay Area the most?
I would have to say Ian Martins. He's from Hawaii, so I don't know how well he knows the area, new in the area, but the thing about Ian that I know he'd be able to survive if he got lost in this wilderness is he's been bringing back the rolling backpack.
Yes, he
trend,
has. Yes.
And that thing is loaded up with something. I think he has road flares in there, PB&Js, like the whole first 6 seasons of Friends. He has everything in that backpack. It's so big. So he'd be fine. Like if he got lost, he'd just chill for like a week and a half and find his way back because he has everything he needs in there.
What else do you need in a survival kit? Road flares, PB&Js, and 6 seasons of Friends. Forget a device to play it on.
Exactly.
You just need the 6 seasons of Friends.
Just read the back, the descriptions of the season.
Read the backs of the DVDs. Who uses DVDs anymore?
I use DVDs.
I know, me too. I'm old like you too,
yeah,
Brad.
There we go.
Question number 2. Which teammate has the most awkward-looking basketball shot?
Before yesterday, I would have said Ed, just because he thinks that the baskets that we hold the volleyballs in is in fact a basketball hoop, and every time we have to shag balls, he's shooting from like all far distances, misses every time. Yeah. But then yesterday, I saw Justice Patterson take a jump shot, and I've never seen something worse in my life. And oh man, it was just so funny because he was like, toss me the rock. I threw a ball, and he went to shoot, and I was just like, what?
Can you describe what happened?
So he just kind of went like over the head and a little back, and then just kind of, I don't know, it was just really awkward.
There was this kid on my brother's youth basketball team when he was like 7. I think he was like 7 maybe. And I think the kid's name was Tiger, which was even better. He was one of their better scorers too. But that was his shot. He shot everything over the back, up top like this, and he was actually good doing it.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll need to see him on a real hoop, but I was pretty disappointed. I was like, come on, Justice.
Step your game up. Edward's going to be a little bit better than you. That's saying something.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right, question number 3. Which teammate causes the most problems as a resident when the RAs come by?
Luckily we've been pretty lucky that, my team hasn't been one of those names that's floating around that the RAs are like, oh man, I don't want to run into them. Because 2 of the brothers, Colin and Jordan, have an apartment off campus. Mm-hmm. So if anyone wants to hang out, they go over there. And Jared's an upperclassman, so he tries to round up all the troops and, keep them in order, be kind of dad number 2 on the team. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they've been good. They behave for the most part. I mean, all freshmen are going to do some freshman stuff, but they haven't really caused me any problems. I haven't heard of much from other RAs, so
I think that's the best answer you could have possibly given for that. Not throwing anybody under the bus because
Right.
there's nobody to throw under a bus. There's not even a bus to be thrown under.
There's no one to throw through a window, a bus, anything.
Yeah, that's great.
I
Or
love it.
guitar.
Or guitar.
Like my guitar, smashing it on their head. Brad, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Great
Folks,
times.
the men's volleyball team is off this weekend, so there's nothing going on at home, but stay tuned for next weekend when they will have 5 games in 3 days, all inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. The Menlo College men's volleyball tournament, first one ever. It begins Friday, February 9th, and it will run all the way through a single game on Sunday, the 11th, conference game against Hope International University. We invite you to tune in to next week's show when Brad Sawin will select the next interviewee by me, Brian Brownfield, right here on Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition. Until then, we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.